So I want to get started with this. It is Sunday afternoon, and I'm still hot. I'm still just a little hot, right? You know what I mean? Because I'm in Iowa City doing a live tailgate for Fox on TFU on Fox. If you watched it, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us, for sending questions to myself, to Braylon Edwards, to Sean Green, having a good time. And then I look up at halftime because I'm watching Michigan, Iowa. We'll talk about it here in a bit. And I looked over at Braylon and I said, yo, dog, what the hell is this? And he just started cackling. He started cackling because the Sooners were losing to Texas Christian. And not only did my Sooners lose to Texas Christian, they got blown out by Texas Christian as the number 18 team in the country, 55-24. And I got to tell you, I watched the game on the plane back this morning, and I'm still at a loss. I'm not never at a loss for words, so that's a lie. I still don't understand. I make it make sense, Brent. Make it make sense. Okay. Start with some news that came out of this game. Dylan Gabriel left the game in the second quarter with a violent hit to his head. He was sliding. Tackler didn't let up. He got hit. Worried about his safety most of all, right? Not so much concerned about the hit and how terrible it was. I'm glad Dylan got up, and I'm glad Dylan is being evaluated. Then in the third quarter, lead tailback Eric Gray goes down with an injury to his knee. He doesn't return to the game. And then in the fourth quarter, Damon Harmon also took he didn't even take a hit. He gave a hit and ended up motionless, and it was scary as hell. Right? So scary that you delay the game, you bring in the paramedics, you stretcher him off, and everybody just wants to know that he's okay. He went to the nearby hospital and was released on Saturday, and x-rays were negative, but obviously Harmon has had some back issues in the past, so we were all just holding our breath on that. Then the final score goes, and it's 55-24, and all the jokes came out, because I'm watching Michigan, Iowa, and all of a sudden we get Aaron Judge up at bat in front of me. I'm like, what am I need Ben right now. I need Verlander to tell me what's going on. I know that he hit 61 and he's trying to hit 62 and Braylon's all into it. And I learned that. Then I turned around and I said, okay, let me check Twitter. Hey, who's going to hit 62 first? Texas Christian or Aaron Judge? Dog. I mean, when I tell you I'm down bad, I'm down bad. You know I'm down bad? Because Kansas State and Texas Christian have combined to score 96 points in back-to-back weeks on Brent Venables' Oklahoma Sooners. That is an average of 48 points per game. That's not defense. That is offensive, is what that is. We also had some really weird stuff. Marvin Mims had not fumbled a football in 3 years. Fumbled a football against Texas Christian. We also got to see another quarterback rushed for over 100 yards on an Oklahoma defense, back-to-back weeks. Max Duggan out there like to do. That's going to be the player of the week for the number one college football show. Showed up, took on a top 25 team and roasted them. And they are in my top, I should say, they are 5-0 headed into a game that we'll talk about a little bit later on against a really good Kansas team and what that means going on into October 8th. Positive for me on this is Javonte Barnes had a great game, 18 rushes, 100 yards, 2 TDs. That's good. We'll take that. But I don't want these allusions to 55-19 2004 where Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush and basically, the crew that works this show, USC fans, got to absolutely annihilate Oklahoma for a national championship. But it was that USC team. That USC team is legendary. We all know it. It's understood. It's okay. What's not okay is get 55 dropped on you by Texas Christian. That's not okay. That's never going to be okay at the University of Oklahoma, and that is no shade to Texas Christian. Great football team, playing outstanding football in Sonny Dykes' first year following Gary Patterson stepping down and becoming special assistant head coach at Texas. It's just not what you want at Oklahoma. For the traditionalists, it's down bad. Okay. Now, Oklahoma's 3-2 after starting 3-0, 0-2 in conference play. It feels like 4 losses are within reach, right? Because they got Texas coming up this weekend, and then they'll have Oklahoma State in a little bit later on. And then Iowa State's good. Kansas is good. I mean, goodness me. West Virginia feels like the only team right now that Oklahoma should beat, but I'm not even guaranteeing to say that because everybody else is kind of good. But I say 3-2 because in 2016, there's the Pollyanna Oklahoma fans going to tell you we started 3-2 in 2016. What happened that year? Yeah, they won 11 games. I'll give you that. They even started 1-2 2016. Do you know who those losses were to? Number 15, Houston, coached by Tom Herman at the time, right? Before Tom Herman became the dude at Texas, he was the dude at Houston rocking the grill, okay? The other one, number 3, Ohio State. Number 3, Ohio State. Number 15, Houston. That ain't Kansas State, and that ain't Texas Christian, who ain't got no numbers next to their names when they played Oklahoma. And one of those was a beloved night game, and you'll know Oklahoma fans love a damn night game. They want nothing more than a night game. Please put us on at night in prime time. Yeah, and then you get embarrassed in prime time by Kansas State in Brent Venables' first home game in the Big 12 Conference. Miss me with all of that, okay? Now, you feel free as an Oklahoma player, as an Oklahoma fan, to say, cool, we're going to put this up on the bulletin board. I wish you damn well would. I please. Stick it everywhere. Whatever is going to light a fire underneath a defense that could not tackle. Couldn't tackle a horned frog in a phone booth. Okay? It was shocking against Kansas State. Now it's just you're just going to be hot. It's just going to be hot. Especially as we'll get to a little bit later on, but it's very clear that Oklahoma is not the best team in the state of Oklahoma in 2022, at least so far. And it might not be the third best team if it keeps acting like this. Yeah, I said it. Thank you for watching the #1 college football show. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video so that you don't miss any of the best college football coverage in America.